Okay, great morning. The vintage deck out. Let's give them a good ruffle shuffle. And just ask what's going on in the government. What's up? What's up in the government? What should we know? What's going on? Now they released his fabulous health report. He's even better than he was last year. And aced the cognitive tests yet again. 30 out of 30. So a bunch of BS. Absolute total BS. I wonder if we'll ever get the genuine reports. You know, like I got before. He's really leaned on the doctors and stuff to put out these fake reports. So there you have it. What's going on? So let's see what the reading's about. Oh yeah, what's being suspended, overturned, seen from a different viewpoint, sacrifices, energy coming into it is the MAGA crowd. Okay. Above it, the new cup. Cup of abominations is overflowing, and there is an agreement about that. Okay. So, Magatonians are, again, they're not happy with him. What's going on today? Ruled by the emotions. Challenge is moving this forward, getting this to a different place. Mentally, people are just tired of it, okay? We're looking at what's being birthed, the abundance of stuff that's coming out, and the minds are spinning rapidly. So, you know, his supporters are just not having it. Potential outcome, more arguments, more struggles, more difficulties. Now we know his big, thing building the that crap on the White House lawn for the wrestling thing that he wants to have. That most of the ones he had coming to perform have said, no, we're not doing it. They backed out. They're all, taking a powder. Except for they have, what is it, Vanilla Ice or whatever it is, something. Vanilla Ice is still showing up. There was Milli Vanilli, and I guess one of them is gone, and that's gone. It was a fake group anyway. They didn't actually sing anything. So, I mean, he had a real headliner of crap to begin with, and even them, most of them have gone. Except for one that he's still going. He says, well, I'm getting paid, so I'm going. I want the money. So outside influence, what he's trying to get away with. So they're looking at the stuff going on, not happy with it. Above it, figuring out the next move, the next action. Foundation is for a victory. So they're in agreement, mentally charging forward, wanting to have a victory, because above it, they see his cup of abominations overflowing. What he's trying to birth here, the abundance of stuff that he's trying to get away with, and they want to have the next move. So what's being suspended, seeing from a different viewpoint, is the Magatonians. Some of those that were big supporters are now saying no way. They see his emotional instability and they want to move. They want to get, get this to somewhere else. A lot of struggling going on. And they're having a trouble struggling with everything he's doing, the theft. Okay, now he plans to make a lot of money on this wrestling thing, white trash event he's got going on. He's charging $1 million something for front row seats. So he plans to sell tickets for that. And then I guess the rest of it is free. Now, what really set him off as well is this thing he put out. Oh, I want to have, some of the armed forces there, but you got to look good. You got to be, height, weight, looking like you're really buff and strong and just, and you got to pay your own way there. So, they're not having it. So let's see what's going on underneath the surface with this. Club in hand, charging forward. This concrete message that's been put out. We're looking at, the generations of this and just the whole Republican drama, what's being held. They're not liking the harvest of this. Looking at the actions in hand, seeing what's coming in. They're feeling pushed to the edge, feeling out in the cold, looking at him pandering to the wealthy, and what kind of guidance they're looking, perhaps for some guidance or this fake religiosity that's going on. Him trying to control the actions. So the choices being made in life, light is being shown on it. They are feeling mentally tied up and seeing the mental state, if you will, of the leadership. His again being ruled by the mind of the craziness, what's going on in the world, his insanity. And they're just done with it. They're done with it, okay? When it comes to the lovers, things are moving. They're looking at what's being offered up and what's been hidden, what continues to be hidden. They're feeling battle weary when it comes to the dark drama. And his mental decline, ongoing manipulations. So what's being shared, what he keeps trying to build, the evidence in hand, and the things with the Epstein files. More messages coming out of information when it comes to long-term, wanting to temper what he's trying to sell. They're pondering this, unhappy, feeling a nightmare when it comes to more looking deeper into things, blocking, not wanting to see anymore. They want the truth. They want the truth to come out. So what's being juggled is a tower moment. There will be new actions when it comes to the things up in the air due to the burdening they're feeling now. The wheel is turning. What's being worked on when it comes to the White House is bringing it to its end. Okay, bringing it to its end. So it's saying, when it comes to the big supporters he's had, they're leaving, okay? They've had enough. They continue to see him just trying to bankrupt America. All the things they said, he told them they were going to get out of it. It's going to get so much better. We're going to have so many more jobs. We're getting, the gas is going down to $1. All the things he said, none of them are happening, even though he says, oh, it's all happening. You're all deluded. Can't you see that it's so much better with me? Well, yeah, no. So more and more people are leaving. I want to ask, so how is his big bombastic birthday celebration going to go? Let's just pull real quick and see what it says on that. How's that going to go? The big wrestling match. Worldwide wrestling. Just, I mean, there's nothing more white trash than that. White trash on the White House lawn. Isn't that lovely? So let's see what it says. First thing out, yeah, people are going to be walking away. They're already, some of them, distancing from it, pondering it, looking and just like, yeah, no. The evidence in hand when it comes to it. Yeah, looking at the actions with it, new information coming out, what he's trying to sell and they're not buying it, okay? Above it, we have what's being juggled. They're thinking about the actions of it and juggling it and walking away. It's a kind of a nightmare thing with the evidence and new information coming out, and he's out in the cold. They're pondering it, what he's selling. They're not buying it. You know, they're looking at his emotions with this, what he's trying to build, and what's being shared. So they're sitting there looking at what he's sharing and just going, yeah, no. And I think one of the things that just kind of really tipped it over the edge is that all of his people that he was having there to perform have backed out. And then what he said about the military, wanting military people there, but they've got to look good. They've got to pass his thing. They've got to look like, you know, the grand warriors. And they got to pay their own way to get there. I want you there. I want you looking good, but you're going to pay your own way to get there. Okay? So they just see him, you know, now they're suspending stuff when it comes to this. So it looks like his big birthday celebration is going to be a basic flop. Like the one last year, you know, his big military parade he wanted, where they're dragging along. It's going to go about like that is what it looks like. So he's not going to be happy, you know. And 9 out of 10, he's got some, I've just got a suspicion that he's going to be out there and look like he's going to wrestle something or, you know, something like that. That he's going to get out there and, you know, pull some stunt like that. Oh, Lord. So on that note, I'll leave that here. We'll see you online.